What's up, everybody? I'm Tyrik Wynn, and this is Tyrik on the Move. What's good, everybody, and welcome to another astounding episode of Tyrik on the Move. Y'all know I like to come with those adjectives. This episode of Tyrik on the Move is sponsored by the best of Clayton County. When you purchase a VIP membership, you purchase added value, savings, and perks while supporting local business owners in your Clayton County community. Make sure you like their Facebook page at the best of Clayton County. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there, including the mothers in my family as well. And today on the show, we're doing things a little bit different. I am standing next to my mom, and she is going to be helping co-host today's episode. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, son, for having me on the show.
Oh, yeah. Glad you're here. Last time Dad was on the show, I had him on the show for Father's Day, so I guess I had to let you on the show.
Oh, yeah, you did. Thank you, son, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes, absolutely, and shout out to all of the moms. Now it's time to get into what's sizzling. So the first topic we're going to discuss is the fact that things are reopening. What do you think about states reopening? Lots of things are reopening, but the numbers aren't yet improving.
I think that maybe they should have, waited a little longer, because I understand people do have to work, because people need money so they can buy essential items. And plus we do have essential workers that do have to get out and go to work every day. But for certain things, I think you can kind of hold off on. Like for me, for instance, I haven't been to the salon probably in almost 2 months, but to me, that's not worth me getting sick or my life. So I don't mind waiting a little longer for that. So I just think that they should have maybe reconsidered a little, more with the numbers. They haven't went down. They're steady going up. So I think they should have maybe held off a little longer.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And, back to the thing where you said about the salon, even though the salon isn't open, some people out there got some unbelievable weaves. So yeah, it's just lots of and me too. Like I haven't been to the barbershop in a long time, so I'm just kind of letting it do what it do at this point. Mm-hmm. So combing it, trying to keep the naps out. The naps keep coming back. I can't do it.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So don't want that contact, but hey, you make your own decisions and you do what you think is best. We're just giving you our opinion. We say, wait to reopen, wait for the numbers to lower, and then we can go ahead and gradually start reopening things. So the next topic, shout out to the class of 2020. Yes. Big congratulations to you guys. Yes. You guys did it. I had the pleasure of being part of the class of 2018, and I just realized how great that my special day was, and I feel bad for the class of 2020 because they didn't get to have that special ceremony. Like I said, I remember how special it was on my day, and I had tears and stuff, and over 100 people came. So, just for me. So I can understand what it feels like.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest moments of your life, graduating from high school, graduating from college. That's something that you look forward to while you're in school, and especially even for the parents, because we love seeing our children make that big accomplishment and walk across that stage. But, it is a very sad situation that you won't get the ceremony, but the most important thing is that you actually got the degree and you got the diploma. You went through the classes, you passed them, and now you do have that. So, some counties are doing ceremonies later. Some did do it virtually, but just thank God that you were able to actually pass your classes and you actually got your degree or diploma. You may not have ceremony, but you did do that accomplishment. So
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the fact is, the ceremony, that's one thing. But, I mean, really, everybody's going to get that diploma. Everybody's there to get that degree. So, I mean, as long as you have the degree and the diploma, you'll be fine. I know that lots of people are celebrating and having the ceremony when it is safe to do so. So, it's not like, you know, they're not getting their ceremony, but it will happen, just not right now. So it's going to happen. And, you know, I know that I had some graduations that I was supposed to attend, so I definitely looking forward to. I like the whole graduation season. You know, everybody be coming dressed up, looking good, showing up and showing out. You know, so yeah, I like that aspect of it. And then, of course, you know, celebrating the graduate, we're there to support. So
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a time to celebrate. So still celebrate. You know, hey, you don't have that ceremony, but you can still celebrate at home with your family.
Oh, and drive-by celebrations too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, those
I
work.
actually saw some of those today
Yeah.
on the news. So
Yeah, so hey, do a drive-by celebration. And also, speaking of school and things in that nature, we want to shout out to all the teachers. This past week we had Teacher Appreciation.
yes. Because if it was for the teachers, we wouldn't even be talking about a graduation or anything, because they are the ones that help you get through the classes and help you with your schoolwork and your lessons. So yes, shout out to the great teachers out there. And I know it was such a transition going online for the teachers from being in the classroom to going online. That was something huge. And, you know, I just look at some of the things that a lot of the teachers had to transition to. It was just something that happened like that. It was no training or anything for it. It's something they just had to go online and do it. So we just want to say thanks, teachers, for all that you do, and you are really appreciated.
Yeah, because I'll tell you that online classes, you know, it wasn't easy. I've saw from experience, you know, it's kind of hard to transition from regular in class to online learning if you don't have a regular online class. So I really feel for those teachers, but I definitely wish they would have did that pass-fail grading system. I know that much. I was looking forward to that, but so I don't know where they are with that, but you know, we'll just have to see. And I know that you also have our last topic that you wanted to discuss about the young man in Brunswick.
Yes, I did. I know everybody's been watching the news. You've seen it on social media. Mr. Ahmad, the jogger, the young man that was jogging, you know, just doing what people do every day. He was gunned down and killed. And right now, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen with the case, you know, because the two men, they were arrested, but you know, justice has not been served because they have not went to court or anything like that. But I just wanted to send a special prayer out to his mother, his family, friends, everyone who's been touched by this story. Because as a mother myself, I can't even imagine what she's going through. So I just want to say that, you know, a lot of people right now are praying for you, that we love you and your family. We love Ahmad. And we're just going to pray that we all can get through this and that justice will be served at the end of the day.
Yes, absolutely. And also, kudos to everybody on social media. Everybody shared this thing. We got the word out. We made it a national story. So definitely kudos to you guys. And, you know, this helped put them, the two men behind bars. So, you know, good job on you guys' part for sharing the story and getting the word out there, because that's a pretty big part of it. So, yeah, definitely. But, yeah, we here at Tyrik on the Move, we're praying for the family, and we hope all is well. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the big celebrity interview. This past week I had a chance to sit down with the one and only, you know her and you love her, Miss Jovita Moore from WSBTV's Channel 2 Action News. It was a great interview, and she's talked to me about what life is like covering the coronavirus. Obviously newsrooms are different, doing news is different, lots of people are doing news from home. So she's going to let us into her world and tell us what her experience has been like during it all. Stay tuned for this great interview. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tyrik on the Move. We are Zooming with the one and only Miss Jovita Moore. She is one of the top news anchors here in Atlanta, and she is joining us on Zoom to talk about what life is like covering the coronavirus, because Channel 2 Action News has been staying on top of it, and they have been doing great covering this entire pandemic. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So happy that you're taking time to join me today. Obviously, the media plays a huge role in all of this that's going on.
It does. I mean, I think we're pretty much the conduit, right? For letting people know what's happening with your government, what's happening in your community, and getting all that information back to our viewers. People need to know what's happening right now. And we have continued with everything that we would normally do during a large breaking news story that this has become. And we continue to use all of our resources and send people safely wherever we can to get the story and bring it to our viewers.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Now, I know that when you go on local news, around the city, you'll see different anchors sitting at home doing newscasts, but you've actually been in the studio for all of your newscasts, correct?
Yes, I've been here. All of the main anchors have been here, even on the weekends, mornings, those of us who work nights, because pretty much our managers decided as long as we could keep our building safe and contained and healthy, we're sort of quarantined where we are, actually, even though I go home every day. But as long as we could make this a safe area and keep it a safe area, our managers wanted us to do news from our studio, where is pretty much second home to us anyway. So they wanted to maintain that look. That's our brand, and that's what we're about. And so as long as we could do that healthily, then that's what we decided to do. And knock wood, so far so good.
Great, that's awesome. So, talk about like I know that the viewership for Channel 2 has to have grown tremendously because people who weren't watching news and now everybody's looking at the news. So, how have the ratings been improving?
So other people do that job. I don't really get consumed the numbers or the ratings. I know that we get them every day, and people are certainly tracking them, right? But we also know that many people have choices right now. Some people just can't deal with the news being so heavy. So some people opt not to watch. We know that Netflix is a really big deal right now. And so we know that people choose to do that. But what we've also decided during this time is for those people who are watching, we're going to be where they are. So if you're streaming, if you're on a laptop, if you're on your phone, if you have apps on your television, WSB is there with apps. You can watch us. We've increased our newscast, so now we do a 7 o'clock newscast on our digital platforms, and we also do a 10 o'clock newscast on our digital platforms. So if folks don't actually have their television on, they can still see us wherever they are and get the very latest information on this pandemic. So I personally am not really watching the ratings. I know that people are watching, but I know many people just anecdotally are not watching because, again, they don't necessarily want to get all of the news about the pandemic as much as they may want to consume other news. So instead, our focus has been on making sure that we are on those platforms where people can find us.
Okay, sounds good. Now, just to kind of close it out, I've seen that you all a few weeks ago, all the news stations here in Atlanta, you guys did kind of like a town hall, and that was something pretty cool because that's something that I haven't seen personally before, but I thought that was pretty cool what you guys kind of put together that night.
I think for local television, I don't think that it's ever happened before. No one could remember, certainly, no one could remember it happening here in Georgia. Maybe other cities have done it because of issues in their community, but for Georgia, I do believe it was a first. The governor initially came to us wanting to do a town hall with just WSB, and our general manager, honestly, very frankly, said, no, this is a big deal. And we should do it for everyone. The entire state of Georgia needs to hear from the governor at this time. And so everybody got together, virtually, and decided to let's make this happen. And how can we make it happen? We management here felt very strongly about everyone being involved and having this access to the governor at that time because again, it was the first in our lifetime, right, dealing with a pandemic, the first in Atlanta, the first in Georgia. And so we wanted to make sure that everyone could get the information they needed.
Most definitely. Now, before we go ahead and let everybody know your social media and obviously where people can watch you guys and tune in.
All right. Well, thank you for that. So I'm at Channel 2, WSBTV. That's Channel 2 Action News. Like I said, we're on all platforms right now. We have a WSBTV app where you can watch everything that we broadcast here from our studios. I'm Jovita Moore. And pretty much That's my name on everything, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My Facebook page looks like a WSBTV page, so that's my official Facebook page. Instagram and Twitter also at Jovita Moore.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Ms. Jovita, for taking time to talk to us about, how the media plays a role within all this. We appreciate you most definitely and your station for keeping us updated on what's going on, keeping up with the numbers. I know it's a lot of work going on within the newsroom, and I know you guys are constantly getting calls. Everything is just buzzing right now, but we appreciate you guys bringing us the latest news. That is something that it's not easy every day, but I know that you guys are doing a great job, so we appreciate that.
Thank you so much. And let me just add, I want to make it clear too, that there are maybe 7, 8 people in our building at a time. Everyone else is working from home, or our writers and producers, writers and producers are all working from home. Those reporters and photographers that you see in our newscast, they're not coming into our building. Some of them are working from home, or when they're out in the field, they're also social distancing. So I just wanted to make that clear too. When I talked about this building staying safe and healthy, it's because we've really cut it down. You have the directors and the engineers who literally need to push the buttons to get the anchors on the air, and that's it. I can count maybe 7 people in this building at a time. So we're doing our part here in our building to stay safe and healthy, and our reporters and photographers are doing their part as well out in the field.
Okay, great. You guys are setting the example, practicing social distancing within the newsroom, so kudos to you guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. And you all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for that great interview with Miss Jovita Moore. And son, I got to say you did a great job with that interview. And also thank you, Miss Jovita Moore, for taking the time out to do the interview, because we know you're really busy right now, but we really appreciate you taking the time out to be on Tyrik on the Move.
Yes, I really appreciate it. It was a great interview. Had a great time, and doing all these interviews from home it's been wearing me out a little bit. I've been very busy, doing all types of stuff, having meetings, doing interviews, doing Wynn production stuff.
Yeah.
Just finished up school. Life is hectic right now.
Yeah, but hey, you got through it. You did it. I was proud of you. I never had to fuss at you about making sure you did everything. So you was always on top of everything. So proud of you for that.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to commend you as well. You brung us in. You're getting better.
Oh, I'm a natural. So
A natural?
That's where you got
Really?
it from. Go ahead.
I got it from you.
Yeah.
Man, I was born with this right here.
Yeah, from your mama.
See, there she go. And let me just say this let me just say this. I don't want you to think that you just gonna come in and just because you on the show one little time that you gonna come in and just take over the show. No, I've seen it. I have seen it. The people on TV, they bring on a little co-host and they think they doing big and they think they doing good and they try to take over your show and then they put the real host off. That ain't happening around here.
Well, it could be Tyrik on the Move and Mom. How about that? I think that's a good idea.
You know what? It just doesn't have that ring to it. It just doesn't. I don't like it.
We can make it ring.
No. You can pay to have your segment on the show. Then we gonna make it rain. We can make it rain.
Okay. Well, now you're talking about money, so we'll move on to the next segment.
See, there she go again, trying to move on. Really? You trying to move on to the next segment? I announce when we move on to the next segment.
Well, we're moving on to the next segment, the On the Grind segment. And this week we have a local author here, Miss LaDonna Hampton, and she has a great book out entitled...
Yes, the name of that book is Black Butterfly, Pushing Through Mental Struggles. And we sat down in a great interview with her. Take a look at this great interview, and she's going to tell us about her amazing book. Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of On the Grind, and we are Skyping with Miss LaDonna Hampton. She is an author, a community advocate, reading literacy advocate, youth peer mentor, and so much more, and she is joining us via Skype. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I was so glad when you reached out, wanting to come on the show for the On the Grind segment. We really appreciate it. And of course, when I heard you were an author, I was like, definitely she has to come on because I'm an author as well. And I like to bond with other authors. So I'm glad that you were able to come on and we can talk a little bit about your book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your book. It's called Black Butterfly Pushing Through Mental Struggles, correct?
My book was basically inspired by some things that I was going through, things that I'm kind of still going through now, and it's tailored towards the average person, the everyday woman, and it's basically how do we push through the mental struggles and chaos of the world and still accomplish our goals and our dreams. So I basically that's what the book is about.
Great. Okay. Awesome. And talk about, when I was reading your bio, I saw that you were here in Clayton County. I'm
Yes.
also here in Clayton County as well. And then I saw you graduated from Mondays Mill High. I actually graduated. Well, I didn't graduate, but I got out of the Clayton County school system after I
Okay.
left Mondays Mill Middle School. So,
Okay.
yeah. So look, yeah, it's a little small connection there.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I'm originally from Chicago, but my parents when they moved down here, I started school in the Clayton County School District, and I graduated from Mondays Mill High School. So I actually a part of my book. I actually have a son. He's a teen as well. He's 14, and he was going to Clayton County Public School System, and he's now going to Carroll County school system to do high school. So yeah, yep, I'm from Clayco.
Yes, Clayco strong. I feel you. So
Yep.
let's talk about some of your other work. You're a community advocate, reading literacy advocate, and youth peer mentor. Talk about the importance of reading as a young person.
We know in our community, well, I know in Clayton County, I work for the library system. Our students tend to struggle because it's a big county, and just the demographics, especially with Black kids, Black boys, especially what I know from my son and experience with him. It's just very important that we make sure that they're able to comprehend, that they're able to detect different words at a very early age. And if we catch that they're um, behind grade level, which most kids in this county is, we have to really, really be all of us, from parents, teachers. If you live in the community, whatever you do, I don't care what you do, we have to always make sure that our kids is getting what they need. So if they're behind, we gotta, um, do whatever we can. So off of that, I what I ended up doing was with my son. He actually was deficit in reading, and I didn't find it out until he got in about third or fourth grade. Thank God I was working for the library system, so I was able to get all the resources I needed as a parent, and get him back to grade level. And so that meant turning off the TV. That meant during the school week, no game. It's a lot of things as a parent that you have to do. Or, if you're a teacher or if you're somebody, a mentor or whatever, you need to make sure that we create discipline for them. So what I did after I got him where he needed to be, I started tutoring kids, other kids, my, relatives and neighborhood kids, and saying, hey, meet me at Barnes and Noble so we can do that. And I do it for a very low cost because we know tutors are very expensive. And so I said, where can I meet my people where they're at? Where can I meet the community exactly where they're at? So that's how I got started doing tutoring. And it's called Reading Development. You can follow me on IG. It is Reading Development, no, Reading underscore Development.
Yes, most definitely. Because, and even though we're all at home, lots of us are still busy and stuff. So, I think that'll be a great thing for, you to go ahead and create that online learning. And
Right.
let's get back to your book. Tell
Mhm.
people where they can go purchase this book and how they can support you and how they can follow you on social media.
Yes, so my book is on Amazon. I used Amazon as a platform, so you can go on Amazon and just type in Black Butterfly Pushing Through Mental Struggles. My name should come up. And also I'm on all social media. So if you go to LaDonna Hampton on Facebook and you reach out to me directly, I can get the book to you directly. And like I said, I published this book about a year ago. So I'm in the process of actually writing a new book now. And so hopefully that'll be out mid-June, and I'll have some different ways to go about getting both of those. But yeah, so Amazon right now, and just reach out to me directly on any social media that I may be a part of.
Once again, thank you so much for taking time to come on the grind segment. You all out there, the viewers, make sure you go purchase Miss LaDonna Hampton's book. It's called Black Butterfly: Pushing Through Mental Struggles. It is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and hopefully will be soon available in the bookstore that I plan to connect you with as well. Thank you all so much for taking time to tune in to this segment of On the Grind, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to this episode of Tyrik on the Move, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed that feature with Miss LaDonna Hampton for the On the Grind. Now it's time to get into Tyrik's money tips. Ain't she supposed to be behind me?
No, you're trying to take my spot. You get on your side.
No. See, I did that because you trying to take over my show, and I ain't appreciate all that last time before we went on break.
Oh, you okay? Okay. So, what's the next segment?
We on the next segment. That's Tyrik's money tips.
Okay. What's this week's money tips, Tyrik?
Yeah, because you sure don't know it. So I got to say it. But the money tip for this week is make sure you all come out to How to Create Your Own TV Talk Show event. That is an event that I will be hosting on May 17th. That is a Sunday at 4 p.m. And this will teach you how to make your own talk show. And it'll also teach you how to make money within it as well. So you're going to be there, right?
I am. I'll be on the Zoom with you because it is virtual because, of course, right now we can't all gather. But we'll do it virtually through Zoom, and I'll be right beside you, making sure you're doing it correctly.
Great. And what you mean? Hold on. What you mean making sure I do it correctly?
You know, I am the producer. You know, usually I'm behind the camera, but I'm in front now, and I'm really liking this. So
Really?
hey, watch out.
No, ain't no watch out. Watch out unless you going somewhere else. But you ain't taking over this. This is Tyrik Wynn's realm right here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. But yes, make sure you all come out to that event. You bought your ticket, right?
Ticket? No. I'm gonna be beside you, so I don't need to.
Yeah, you do. This is all about supporting each other, and by you buying a ticket, you will be supporting me.
Well, I'm supporting by helping you out.
Yeah, all right, we'll see. So if y'all hear some a momly voice in the background, you didn't say that right.
That's me.
Mine. All right, and now it's unfortunately, I know, I have such a great time, but it's time to close out the show. But I can't close out the show without giving you your encouraging words. Today's encouraging words is Psalm 118:6. It reads as follows. It says, "The Lord is on my side, I will not fear." What do you think about this verse?
I think it's a perfect verse for right now with everything that's going on because we cannot live in fear. We know it's a lot going on. You're constantly seeing stuff on the news, social media, but you got to remember, you got to get your spirit in order. You got to stay in line with God's word. And don't sit there and continue to watch the news and watch social media because that will mess up your mind and mess with your mental. So you got to not live in fear because doing those things, looking at the news, being on social media, listening to what everybody else is saying, that will have you in fear, and that is not what God wants. You know, God is love, God is mercy, God is grace. So just remember that and remember the words, no fear here.
Yes, amen to that. You know, fear is one of those big things that lots of people struggle with, and lots of people have fears, and this is one of the time where like almost a lot of people are fearing right now. But you can't fear. You have to stay prayed up, stay in the Word, stay in faith. Continue to listen to virtual services, online services. Like last week, I personally invited the viewers to come listen to our church, World Changers Church International, with Pastor Creflo and Pastor Taffy. So I invite you guys once again. We're still doing virtual online as well. So I encourage you all check out our church and see what you think.
Yeah, make sure you stay, just because you can't go to the building, you can still do it online. And you also have your Bibles at home that you can always read and just pray and ask God for guidance.
Yes, absolutely. And now it's time to close out the show. Did you have fun?
I had a great time. I did. We'll have to do this again.
No.
No.
Do it again. No, see, that's exactly what I said earlier. They come on one time, they think they can come on every time.
Okay.
It don't work like that.
Okay, well, maybe next year on Mother's Day again.
Yeah. We'll do that. So thank you all so much once again for taking time to tune in to this Mother's Day filled episode of Tyrik on the Move. I'm Tyrik Wynn.
And I'm Katrina Wynn.
She's trying to outshine me. But yes, thank you all so much once again for watching, and I'll see you next week.